I'm Stevette Potts. I'm the founder and managing director of Creative Space. Having been in the fit out and refurbishment industry for over 20 years, I felt that there was a gap in the market for well thought out, customer focused fit out and design for small to medium companies. So 6 years ago we established Creative Space to fill that void in the market, and we've gone from strength to strength, working with small to medium growing companies looking to expand into better new space. We work with all sorts of people in all sorts of industry sectors, from small startups taking their first sort of proper office space through to medium-sized company expanding either within their own building or into new, larger space. Typically those projects can vary from 10 staff with meeting rooms, breakout facilities, up to much larger offices with sort of 70, 75 people and all the facilities that they require for their particular business.
My name's Dave Newick. I'm the Managing Director of Arken Legal. Arken Legal is a growing business. We've been around for 27 years. I came along in February 2018. My first task was to move premises. We really needed to change the business up. We needed to cope and cater for some planned growth. And to do that, we really needed to make sure that the premises were reflective of the culture that we wanted to have. At Creative Space, we went out to market. We spoke to 5 different firms. Creative Space for us interpreted our requirements really well. They listened incredibly well. I think the key thing about them was that they were able to deliver everything from the initial design all the way through to a turnkey solution, furniture, financing, everything in between.
The difference between going to a high street bank and working in Reality Finance is the personalised service that you get. They're able to offer bespoke solutions to the business, partly often direct from main high street lenders, but they do also have other options as well as in-house funding that are available to their clients. Once we've introduced a client to Reality actually take all of the work away from us. They deal direct with the client and provide all of the illustrations, quotes, etc., which means we can carry on with our day job while they do what they do best. Arken was a really interesting project because we had a client who wanted change for his company and was open and interested in the ideas that we brought forward. We listened very carefully to their brief to make sure that we were providing them with a facility that would work for their staff and clients alike. It's great coming back and first of all seeing it so well looked after just over a year on, but seeing that actually the vision that we were able to introduce alongside their business plan has come to pass. It's working so well for them, and you know, the office is fantastic.
When we went into the fit out process, for us we were working on a very compressed time frame. That meant that a very busy schedule in moving premises was made even busier. We had to start with finding premises and then going through the whole process of negotiating a lease. That can take a long time. We were effectively bullying solicitors to make things happen within a time frame. Could not have done it unless the partners that we work with, Creative Space and Reality, were really, really time efficient and understood the need for us to be in by a certain date. It is a stressful process, but if you work with people who get it, who actually understand what you're trying to achieve and the timelines you're trying to achieve it within, it's really helpful.
From our initial contact with Arken, we put together a scope of works and a design that would fulfil their business needs as well as give them the visual impact that they were looking to create within the office. Bringing Reality Finance in at a relatively early stage meant that while we were going through the quoting process and negotiating that package, Reality in the background were actually taking care of all of the finance issues without us really having to be concerned with that until the day we were told that the finance was in place and we could start our project.
When you look at financing, you've got to consider the state of your own business, and in a fast-growing business like ourselves, it's really important that we apply capital in the right places. So rather than applying that to furniture and fit-out, we were able to then take a deal with Reality Finance, which meant that we could invest in our business the things that are creating really fast growth. So the ability then to make it tax efficient so that we're effectively paying it through our P&L rather than it sitting on the balance sheet was another strong incentive for us.
Working with Reality has opened doors for us that perhaps wouldn't have been easily opened without being able to offer leasing and finance to companies that needed and wanted to grow, but just didn't have access to the capital to enable their business to do that. We're so pleased to be working with Reality Finance. At Creative Space, we offer an end-to-end service and we're proud to be able to include finance as part of that package.
I enjoyed working with Reality Finance because it was a solution to my problem. I had very limited time. I just needed people to deliver me solutions. I wasn't interested in people who were going to make things more difficult. So in working with Partners Creative Space and working with Reality Finance, that's exactly what I got. So for me, as the MD of the business, I was able to deliver my project and get on with all the other many things that I have to do to drive the business growth.